on the very bottom rack, which actually kind of pops off of itself. So if you have more dishes and less silverware, you can pop off a section of the basket and create more space for the dishes that you need on that level.
Oh my God, it sounds like we all need this ASAP before they run out. If you just tuned, I'm talking to lifestyle expert Amy Goodman, sharing top kitchen tips and cleanup tips. I love all these ideas. They're so great. All right. How awesome is your job?
I love my job. It's ever evolving and changing as a journalist. And I find that I'm always learning new things in my daily journey of journalism. So I love my profession.
I can't even imagine. I'm like, you do so many amazing things, like going from celebrities to cleaning out closets to crafting home ideas. Like, can you think of a couple of things that you can share with us, like some of your greatest adventures you've been on?
I've been very fortunate to have been a long-time contributor to the Today Show. I've been on most of the morning news programs. You know what's really funny? This is a really great, funny story. My first ever foray into television was on MSNBC. And
okay.
I was on there and they threw me into the Squawk Box. If you know about the Squawk Box,
yes,
very,
of
very
course.
business, financial oriented, and they're nonstop. And they threw me in there with a gift segment. And the guys looked at me like, what is this? And I'm like, I'm here to tell you about gifts. And I was so young and so new and so tender, and that was lots of fun. But everything from gifts, and now I do a ton of cleaning hacks on Kelly and Ryan. You can look at any of their past videos. Oh, and here's another tip that I super love because it's very pertinent to what we're talking about. If you happen to give a local restaurant around you patronage and order to go, you find yourself with a lot of those plastic containers maybe that the food comes in. And I've been cleaning those out, just washing them out, letting them dry, and then filling them with things that tend to scatter in the pantry, like lentils. Like if I have a half bag of lentils or if I have a half bag of sugar, I'm now putting those in those taller plastic containers, which has a nice airtight seal so that they don't spill out all over the pantry.
Oh my God, such smart ideas. Thank you for that. I know. I was like, I always watch you whenever you're on like Kelly and Ryan or whatever your Today Show. And I'm like, she has such a fun job. And you get to experiment with so many different things ranging from such a wide variety. It's like, did you ever realize that this was going to happen when you started out in your career?
No. I just always wanted to be a writer. So I started writing in women's magazines. But the one true sign of a reporter is being able to be, I think, very deft and always have curiosity, which are two things that I like to think I always cultivate in my life. And so I'm very fortunate in that my career kind of matches up with my will.
And how was it during COVID? Were you just kind of figuring out new things or just coming up with a lot of ideas to get ready? And how did your family and you get through it besides being in the kitchen cooking all the time?
Right. And they're upstairs right now and being very good, attending school. My husband's working also, and they've had to very much adjust to my constantly filming from home. So I just very quickly pivoted to being able to film from home, and such as here in the kitchen. And so they realize, I think, how much I work now. Before I always, they were always in school and in their places of business. But because I work out of my home and now filming from home, they realize just how much Mama actually does.
Yeah, they're like, Mom actually does work besides being our mom. What's that all about? That's funny. Yeah, we've all had to adjust, but there's been a lot of silver linings in it. So thankfully, we all stay healthy. Come back anytime. I enjoyed talking to you. I love all the tips. Thanks for teaching us that. I'm definitely going to save all my coffee grinds now for sure.
Cool. That's so amazing. And thank you so much for having me. I loved your questions. Such a phenomenal time to chat.
Oh, thanks so much. I enjoyed it. Thanks so much. Thanks for joining me on this episode of What's Up with Wendy. If you love this episode, head over to iTunes or your favorite platform to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Please also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at What's Up with Wendy. You can learn more about my podcast on my website, whatsupwithwendy.com. Until next time, this is Wendy Lowy Sloan. Keep being kind.